Yeah, I didn't understand how we're going to
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you all for coming to this celebration of our 10th year anniversary. We just feel real blessed, and we thank each and every one of you. There's a picture. No, there's not a picture up there.
No.
There was a picture.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. So we're going to take a little trip down memory lane, and we have two videos to show you. The first one was I was going through all the old shows that we've done, all the old sermons, to try and get a picture of every one of you. That would have taken about 2 years. So what I decided to do was put it into 3 parts. Part 1 is us celebrating the holidays, and part 2, maybe I got it wrong. What did you want to say?
No, I was looking together.
Oh, okay. How we celebrate the holidays. Part 3 is in memoriam of those people who are not with us any longer. And then we're going to start the second video, which is telephone interviews with people who are no longer here but have moved away, and also one-on-one interviews with people who are serving right now. And if we didn't get you, don't be mad at me, don't get offended. We just didn't have time to get all the interviews in, but we're going to get you today. Believe me, each and every one of you, we're going to get you, okay? So we're not doing the usual service, but we are going to have the blowing of the shofars. If let's see, who's blowing today? Did anybody? Okay, come on up, we'll start with that. And then we're going to have a special candle lighting ceremony or service that Estie's going to do. She's our Hebrew expert. A special candlelight service for special occasions, the Shekinah prayer, as well as the regular prayer for lighting the candles. Okay, you guys want to stand up? Everybody stand up with the blowing of the shofar. Thank you, guys.
Oh, real candles, good.
Just push it.
There you go.
Oh, no, not real candles.
Let's get this sucker in there.
Ruach Adonai Congregation העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who gave us life, sustained us, and brought us to this moment. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו לאור לגויים, ונתן לנו את ישוע משיחנו, אור העולם. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who sanctified us in your commandments, and commanded us to be a light to the nations, and gave us Yeshua, our Messiah, forever the world.
Amen.
Okay.
Roy, picture of Albie, please.
You can sit down.
Everybody can be seated, please. I cannot believe that it's been 10 years.
I know, yeah.
It's gone by like boom,
Yeah.
like a flash. Messianic Voice in the Desert, they were on the show. And as Albie and Helen were leaving, he said to us, "You ain't seen nothing yet." Then we were in the prayer room across the way. Tom Grenade would do a worshiping, and it was just wonderful. But in the worshiping, he got a vision. He got a vision of us starting a church in our home, and he saw our leopard chairs. So that was that vision. And we responded to the vision, "You're crazy." Fran was in Israel visiting Berkey, and she had a dream and a vision. She was in the house, and water was coming under the house, and she wanted to get home to me. She was worried, so she stepped out into the water. Verky, not knowing what was going on here with me, said, "I think, Fran, that means there's a different beginning for you and Barry, and you're going to be doing something you never dreamed of." As that was happening in Israel, I was on a 2-hour phone call with Albie. And Albie said, "You guys have been faithful. You've ministered one at a time, or to couples, or to families. It's time for you to have a Messianic congregation." And he said, "I will pour into you. I will get all the paperwork that you need, and this is something that you need to do." And when Fred came back, she told me of her vision, and it coincided with ours, and we said yes to God. And we started Ruach Adonai in 2013. It's been wonderful. We've shared happy moments, laughing with people, and we've shared tears with people. People have come and gone. People have accepted the Lord. But our vision was to have a place of love, a place where whoever attended, even if they went to other churches on Sunday, they would feel part of a family. Mishpacha. That's what we wanted. Mm-hmm. We wanted also to be able to bind up the hearts of the brokenhearted and set captives free. And that's been our life for the last 10 years with Ruach Adonai. My prayer is that all of you here would be joining us at the 20th year anniversary.
Yeah.
I'll be 90, but I think I'll still have it in me.
I'll be 22 by now.
I just wanted to say one thing. Just a few weeks ago, we went to the memorial service for dear Albie.
Yeah.
And the music tonight, we gave the worship team a night off, but the music tonight is one of our favorites, Jonathan Sattel. And I just want to say about that man, I want to introduce you, if you don't know Jonathan Sattel, you'll hear his music. In fact, the first song, we usually sing Shabbat Shalom. The first guy who did the videos, Tony, has our voices, our mouths speaking with Jonathan Sattel singing. And Jonathan Sattel just passed away, a month ago? So I think we lost one of the best, one of the most well-trained Messianic singers of our time. And so I hope that you really enjoy the music tonight as well. So let's do, the second part is guest speakers. And I want to say this about Jonathan Sattel. This is a man who's gone all over the world. He has been everywhere. He is really a megastar in the Messianic realm. And he came to our house when we first started out and did a private concert for 70 people. We had to open up the doors to make room, and that's when we decided we needed a bigger place. And that's the kind of man he was, that he became. Same thing with Sally Klein O'Connor. Has gone all over Europe, the Middle East, and she would come here, sometimes sick as a dog. She would come here for a handful of people. God really, I think, favored us by bringing us some stellar people from all over the world. We had a lot of favor, and we're very grateful. Okay. Now.
Put the microphone back there.
Oh, wait, here, can you? I can't click.
Okay.
Deborah?
Joe, help out, please. Point it towards the speaker. There's a speaker there. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Welcome.
Hold on. We shall be right back after this commercial break. Okay, here goes.
That's Jonathan.
That's Jonathan. Deborah, can you see if that's on? It's not broadcasting. Yeah.
I think it's like too high. It can't reach the sound because in the middle there's a mic piece.
Hold on.
She turned up the volume.
Where's Deborah?
I'll turn up the volume on this.
Turn it on.
She's turning it up
Oh,
there.
okay. All right. Let's try it.
That's better.
Hey!
Jerusalem.
Ruach does holidays.
Yay.
I love the holidays. Oh,
Purim.
Purim 2023. I remember this.
Yay.
No sound.
There's no sound on me.
That's not my fault.
Poor baby.
You can make it your fault.
That was Hanukkah, where we all bring our menorahs. This was the bat mitzvah last summer.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was here. I was here at this one.
Starting with a 50-year-old and then going up to, in the 80s, this was Yom Kippur, and everybody would take and do a reading, and that's Deborah.
I remember this though.
This was also Rosh Hashanah. The one before was Feast of the Tabernacles, where we had to have it outside.
Yeah, I remember that. I was here for that. I just couldn't remember why.
This was Purim. Mary was the king, etc., etc. And this was, we were shooting from home because of COVID, and every Friday night Max would come in, and this was one time where he did the parashah, but we actually did a whole Passover. This also was tents in the back, Feast of Tabernacles. And this was last Passover.
I see myself.
Very colorful. I think one of the best we've
Yeah,
had
it was
so far.
very good.
And there's Barry singing, if you can put the sound up, singing Ironic Benediction in drag. Can you hear? Can you get that up?
That was me. That was me. I was in front of the camera by accident. My fault. My bad. My fault. Really my fault. Really my fault.
Was that you, Josiah?
Yeah.
That's Josiah photobombing.
So many wonderful speakers. Yeah. I wasn't one of them.
This is Reverend Jerry.
Oh, I remember
And
this.
this is Jack from Arizona.
Oh, love Jack. Yeah.
Oh no, there's Jerry. That's
Yeah.
Hey! And there's Dennis. We'll speak to Dennis later.
I remember him.
I don't know what he was acting out there. This was from Schindler family, who is one of the heirs and had all of the papers from Europe that she brought. It was quite an evening.
This place.
And
it
this
was
is Bill
really cool.
Salas, a speaker on a lot of the stations. You all know Susie.
Susie,
Yay!
yeah.
Woo! I think that was Purim.
In memoriam.
Can we get the sound up? Is there something wrong with that? Wait, stop it. I want to get the sound. Can you get it any higher?
Turn up to full blast.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Those two were quite a duo. And this is Donzel teaching every week. He would teach on prophecy, and he loved that. He just loved doing that.
Yeah.
And this is Mike Stencil, who passed during COVID. And he was so concerned about everybody else's health. He was always bringing vitamins. He was running around all during COVID delivering vitamins.
And then what happened?
Gary and Kirsten.
His name, who is forever and ever. There's Jillian doing the candle lighting, who passed away in Who
July.
is that? Who?
Julian?
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 G-Lynn. Oh, God. It doesn't look like her. Yeah, that's really bad.
This is Mike Stencil.
We haven't seen him in so long. It doesn't even look like him. Does?
I saw him the last time my son was here.
Oh, really?
Okay, stop it. I want to fix the sound here because we've worked very hard on this and I don't want it to go on without the sound being right. We've just worked too hard on this, so something is wrong with the sound. I don't know if the microphone's not on or what's going on.
Where's the speaker right on that box?
Check
Well,
if
we have a
it's
microphone by
on.
the speaker. We've just tried to fix things. Is the microphone on?
Check.
Ooh,
Mic is up.
sounds like it's working.
Because coming up, and I want you all to stand, we're going to do the prayer for those that have departed, the traditional Jewish prayer with Jonathan Sattel singing it, especially it means something because
I
he
can turn up
himself was passed on.
the projector's volume.
And,
The projector
and
volume.
It's beautiful. And what we've talked about so many times is that prayer does not say
Projector
anything
volume.
about the dead or death or dying. What it says is, in all things, we must remember to glorify the Lord. Very, very special song, so I want to make sure that that's right. Go ahead.
Might be too loud.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Should we try running through them again?
What, huh?
Should we try running through them again?
It's running through it again?
Shall we run through the video again?
No,
I don't think so.
no, the second one.
Yeah, one part two then.
Just part two.
Okay.
Stand.
Magnify and sanctify his name. For by his word the universe was framed. When no star as yet was born, nor was any creature formed, he reigned alone in majesty, King of all eternity. Magnify and sanctify his name. Forever.
everlasting peace from heaven be with you. For us and for the house of Israel, when the Shiach returns and the house made whole, to recognize the Son of Man, he came and now has come again, to magnify and sanctify his name. Be with us, Shemay. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Magnify and sanctify His name.
Pause it, just pause it. Where is he? I'm looking for Dwayne. Where's Dwayne?
Right here.
What? Oh, yes, okay. We didn't have a picture of Marlene, and so I wanted Dwayne to come up and say some words about Marlene. I tell you, I was never more proud of Ruach Adonai, you may sit down, than when Marlene was passing over and changing her address. The people pulled together and came over and walked with you through this very difficult time. So do you want to say a few words on that?
I don't remember how many years ago it was that we first came to Ruach when we were meeting over.
She probably knows.
Reno?
Raina knows.
Yeah. What year was it that we first came here?
2017.
17. If you don't know a date,
She knows.
Ask him.
she knows.
So good.
But Marlene was a born-again Jew. She got born again in 1972, and
Me too.
that brought me back to the Lord. And we loved coming here. We were a part of, when we moved here from Colorado, we were a part of Ruach for quite some time. And then approximately 2.5 years ago, she passed away. And some of you may remember her. She used to come up and dance with her scarf. And she loved to dance and loved to worship. And when she was done, then she would give that scarf away. And I don't know how many scarves she gave away. But she had a drawer full of them. Big, beautiful scarves. Anyway, about 2.5 years ago, she left me for another man.
I never heard it put that
That's
way.
very
Okay.
interesting.
And I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to being with that man too. So,
Yeah.
but you know, we love Ruach. We love the people. I haven't been able to come. Raina has been coming. I don't know if you know, but Raina is my daughter. It's Marlene's daughter, and it's been too difficult for me to come here because it just the memories were too difficult for me. I'm emotional, so.
We're glad you came tonight.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
you can.
What part of Colorado did you live in?
Colorado Springs.
Okay, I lived in
What did
little.
she say?
Well, we lived there for 20 years. Normally we were born. I was born in Van Nuys.
Oh,
Marlene was born in Pennsylvania, but we met in Huntington Beach
Wow.
in 1968, I believe. And we were together all the years until 2.5 years ago. So we had a wonderful marriage. I'm so thankful that I was able to have her for that long. I mean, she was quite a blessing. So
Well,
anyway.
we're glad you're here tonight.
Yeah.
To go along with the history, so we moved from the house when it got too crowded, and we were invited to come here. And we were meeting over in the prayer room,
Yeah.
which was very intimate and nice and kind of like in your living room. You know,
Yeah.
you were there from the beginning, and so was my
At your house too.
at the house, and then moving over here.
Right.
And I was doing music on a boombox. We had no worship team.
Yeah.
And then one day the door blew open and in walked the Joneses. And everything changed. Everything changed. He said, do you know I can play the drums? He brought his bongos for a while, and he was on the bongos, and she had her flute, or not a flute, recorder. Yeah. She would. I said, hey, we got a worship team in the making here. And then 2 weeks later, the door blew open, and in came Amy. And that night, Sally Klein O'Connor was warming up. She was visiting us. And I heard Amy singing along with Sally Klein O'Connor. And I looked, I said, she's got an amazing voice. So I whispered in her ear, I said, hey, why don't you join our little team here? And she said she had not been attending church for years, and the Lord told her to come that night. And so then Amy and you guys were the first worship team. I retired my boombox for a birthday, God, and that started the worship team. And pretty soon they were saying, why don't you move into the sanctuary, and then you'd have use of all the equipment. We said, well, I don't know how to do anything. But I remember your husband running around with wires. There were wires everywhere. He was a very busy bee before the evening started, doing wires and checking sound on all the instruments. And there's no books to prepare you for that kind of loss. There just isn't any handbook or guide.
No.
And it was devastating loss. And then Gary stepped in, and Gary was doing the prayers by himself and was doing things. He even tried to do some of the weekly updates on the. He and Donzel were a great team talking about, prophecy. And then Gary is saying, listen, you have to hear my son play the drums. He's really good. I said, well, it's kind of tender right now. I just don't, you really need to hear my son play the drums. So finally I talked to the worship team, and they interviewed him, and then he came on. And so I want to ask you right now, and also because of the Joneses, we started celebrating Rosh Chodesh. They brought so much to us, and just the loss, the void is just unfathomable to me. Like I say, there's no words to make up. They were quite a team. When I saw them blowing the shofar together back to back, I'm verklempt is the word. Okay.
Yeah.
So we didn't get you last Friday. Do you have anything to say?
Shucks, I don't know what to say. I mean, I sure am glad I'm here. Glad my dad came here and introduced me to this place. I really miss him. So do they.
I think that was very special when the two of you would spend Friday nights together. Very, very special time for him. Very special. And did you want to add anything?
Just that when we went out in our motorhome, Gary ministered to so many people. I should have looked up some of the cards they sent us and thinking on how he explained the difference between the oral Torah and the written Torah. And he was adamant about a lot of that and could explain it to people beautifully. I was very pleased to be his wife.
They would go on the road, probably in the summertime, get out of town, go on the road and plant seeds wherever you went. And we never know what's going to happen from that. And I'm sure there's a lot of good things happening.
Right.
And then we were so missing people. Terry would come and sit in and help us. And what a joy. And then you started dancing with us, which was wonderful too, on Passover. And so we love people coming from other places. So that was kind of the genesis. Each person would come and bring a little something. And then Linda came, Linda and Dennis. He proposed to her one night over the quail's nest. Linda and Dennis came, and they brought so much, and she took over the worship team. And then Cecilia came, and we keep adding on, and it's just such a joy. But what a transformation, and it was all due from the minute you walked in the door. Do you have anything to say? Put you on the spot. What's that? No. Oh, no, okay. I'll honor you. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad everybody is here. That's the important thing.
Amen.
And then I can't think about Passover without thinking about Jack and Barbara. Barbara, for years, we'd get together and start planning in January for our Passover celebration. So I've got something to say about every single one of you. I just love you all and what everything, each and every one of you have brought. So we'll continue on.
In-person interviews.
So we have Roy Bell, and Roy has been coming to Ruach over a year now. I think it's a year and a half. He came around Thanksgiving, seems like. And before Roy came to Ruach Adonai, we were filming everything on my phone.
I remember that time when I think Tom was advanced me to the church at the time, and Cynthia being typical self, she said, it's a wonderful church. We're both on congregation, so on the road from your house as a church. So I started just to make Cynthia church up. And then I always tried to have church again. So then I saw your phone on one tripod, and this guy, his name is Gary, he was on the drums. He was playing the drums and operates the phone. What gets you one person doing the job of people, and the man is an honor. So I actually stranger.
And well, I think this is a I can really bring this up to date my equipment and do a better job. Yes.
Yes. You can't, and I didn't volunteer to do that. What way do you want to say it?
I think it's because I wanted to focus on found a gap in the services, and I felt that I had a vacancy, if you will. And I was always wanting to pick up the time really get my foot first. Your church to be one of those associations became available. So often I Victoria, yes, she gave me $200 for Amazon.
Since then, I kept updating and upgrading your equipment, and now the product that we have agreed on, it's taken some time, that we've agreed on is really very professional, and we are very, very happy that you walked through the door to Ruach Adonai. Thank you, Roy, and God bless. So what we're trying to do is bring people that have been an integral part. You being on the worship team, maybe we're trying to do it in about 2 minutes, really, is what brought you to the water, and the wonderful ethnicity, I don't know, that you bring with your flavor, I think it adds to the beauty bouquet of the worship team. So however it moves you, but I think that's one of the beauties about Ruach, is that we come from different backgrounds together, which I think really pleases the Lord, that we come together, Jew and Gentile, and all these different ethnic groups. So if that's the way you want to think, it's not just what draws you to,
To be here. Yeah, what draws
to
you?
listen. And you maybe want to say something, because there seems to be a whole movement of tribes that come in and recognizing the first papers, the first teachings of the Old Testament, and following the rails. And so, talk, and if it goes over 2 minutes, then you can pare it down. We may even take more time. So we have about, 10 people maybe? So,
I'm not done on me. I'm just
yeah. Okay? We're doing it
Well, my name is Cecilia Gonzalez de Bird, and I'm Hispanic and German and Spaniard and Portuguese and American passion. And what drew me to Ruach was just the love, the worship, just the kindness and the openness of the people. And I was privileged to join the worship team and bring some of my native instruments to play them. And one thing that I did share with friend Mary was about how a lot of the Native American tribes are turning to Torah and celebrating the feast. And so I wanted to, it's been years, and I was always curious about that, about the Jews and Gentiles becoming the one new man. And I always wondered how the Lord was going to do that, and what that whole scripture meant. for me. And so he put that desire in me to want to know about the culture, about the traditions, and why they were such a chosen people, such a chosen nation, why God chose them, and why they went through all the things that they did in order to become His special treasure, His special people. And so I have a love for them, and I've been to Israel 4 times, both with Native American ministries, and we've gone to the Knesset, and we've gone to the hospitals, and we've gone to orphanages, and we have worn our regalia and danced and drummed and have had such a loving reception and a curiosity from the people of Israel. And so my love for Israel has grown, and my love for His people has grown. And so I wanted to be plugged into a place where I could experience and understand and know the full meaning of peace. So I'm very grateful to Friend Barry for welcoming me into his family. That's it.
Thank you so much for when you started.
Oh, when I started. How I yes, you can do the function.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Is this silent movies here?
Could you tell him to turn it off, Linda?
We have no sound.
Well, you want to just say what you said?
Okay, got
Go ahead.
Pretty sure that all I said was how I came is my previous husband's hospice nurse invited me. I assumed it was to come sometime.
I had service on I have a solitary session.
I'm Dennis, my wife, and I came shortly after we met. A couple years after I passed away, my wife passed away. So she invited me over here, and I've been coming over here for 4 years. Probably more than 4 years. And Linda works with the music, and I work with the kitchen. And I enjoy getting all the food set up and working in the kitchen, doing all the other things. So that keeps me busy over here. And I really enjoy coming on Friday night. Just tell us your story and how you first came to this church.
Okay, so I'm in the county office at DCC in the Closest. I work in the office right next door. So that helped me to get to know Fran and Dr. Barry better. They're also awesome counselors, and they've helped me in the past. As far as Ruach Adonai, I've been coming for a few years and have had the opportunity in the past few years, since we tragically lost Donzel. I was asked by Pastor Jim Bain from DC3 to take over that responsibility of setting up for audiovisual, so I'm now an audiovisual nerd. And learned how to do the soundboard. Not professionally, but I try. And Also in the past year or so, year and a half, I was gifted a shofar, so I've been able to be part of that, which has been a blessing. And as I've said before, I always wanted to know how the Old Testament points to Jesus Christ as Savior, as Messiah, and being able to do the Torah portions and being exposed to people like Susie Lynette and other speakers who've come, Reverend Jerry, of course, Dr. Barry and Fran, has really helped, bring that all together, to understand how Christ is the fulfillment of the Scriptures. We say that as Christians, but to really understand it, it's nice to be part of a Messianic congregation and connect the dots, so to speak. So, plus, beyond everything else, this is family. DC3 is family, and Ruach Adonai is family. And we celebrate each other's birthdays and family events, and it's been lovely. So, I love being here.
Thank you, David. You do a brilliant job on the sound bass.
Well, thank you, sir.
For your story.
Okay, so I'm here with the faithful Raina, who comes every Friday faithfully to help me set up. She comes early, 6 o'clock, to help me do everything. And Raina, do you want to tell us why you started to come to Ruach Adonai?
Yes. Well, it started when my dad taught there in 2017, and I enjoyed it, and I love the Jewish things, and Jewish, and I like to learn, I love singing Hebrew, and all of them. Just very, mean a lot to me. They became my friends, and thanks to Sandy and Michael draws here, and I just enjoy it, coming in.
Well, thank you. We enjoy having you. You've been such a help, particularly to me.
Thanks.
And we appreciate you and all that you do.
For everybody here.
Yes, thank you, God. Thank you for all the help that we've had over the years. All the special people that work behind the scenes and help Ruach every week. And this is one of the people that we count on. Blessings on you, Raina.
How did you come to be at Ruach Adonai Congregation?
Well,
tell us your story.
Yeah, Albie Pearson was the founder of where I work, Father's Heart Ranch, and we also have a relationship with my parents, Barry and Fran, the pastors of Ruach, and he basically blessed them under his covering to become pastors, and they started in their late 60s, early 70s, and God's just blessed it. So I'm just grateful to Albie. He went home to be with the Lord recently, but it's really his lineage, Ruach Adonai, and he really saw the potential in my parents and encouraged that. And it's funny, my mom always jokes, like, it's never too late for you. You can start at 70 years old, that's when your ministry can start. So that's always encouraging to me, being a musician. I'm 40, that's a little bit old for a musician, but Moses is starting in his ministry at 40, that was old. So it's just an inspiration that in your latter years you can work for the Lord and do something that you love. And I know my parents really love Ruach. They love everybody that comes to Ruach. They enjoy the process. It's just really, they already had purpose because they do, counseling for people, and they've always been very involved in the church. But to do something messianic, growing up, we would go to messianic services, and we would go to regular church services as well, which we all still do. DC3 is our covering church. So we're very grateful to DC3 as well, and grateful to DC3 for just being so inviting. It wasn't easy to find a church where they could work out of, have their ministry out of. Initially it was out of their house, and then it expanded where it was too big for their house, and then they had a storefront where the owner would let them do it, and then they needed a space in the church, and DC3 was just so warm and inviting. And it's just an honor to be a part of both DC3 and Ruach Adonai. It's an honor. I'm proud of my parents and what they've put into this place, what they've invested. I'm proud of everybody that keeps the machine rolling, such as Roy, who's behind the camera right now. We have Deborah Hayden, who's a big blessing to both DC3 and Ruach Adonai, and it's just a warm family environment. I love that my Jewish roots can be enriched, because we went through to Messianic places as a kid, but we were predominantly in the church, so it does feed my soul to be part of a Messianic group and Messianic church. And I just love my parents, Barry and Fred. I love what they've done. I thank God that it's continued through many different seasons. Sometimes things fizzle out, It's hard to get a group together, whether it's a prayer group or a worship team, or things often fizzle out. So to see this stand for 10 years, it seems like yesterday, but I'm so grateful to God that He's let it be blessed. I'm so grateful that there's such a rich heritage, and that we have so many beautiful members that are part of Ruach, just people that make my parents' day when they come and make my day to see when I'm here. I love all of them, and I'm just so grateful to them, my parents, and mostly to God. I just thank Him that these are memories I'll always have of seeing my mom and dad preach, seeing them encourage other people to preach, and encouraging talents like the worship team and our camera crew, our cameraman that heads everything up. So I'm just grateful. Thank you, Barry, Fran, Deborah, Roy, Linda, Mike, Data, just everybody. Thank you all, and God bless.
When you first came to Ruach, right at the very beginning, that you were devastated. You lost your wife, you were in deep mourning, and you happened to mention that you played guitar. I said, so bring your guitar sometime. And how you've taken off since then. Now you're on the worship team, you've been on other worship teams, and I just love what you do. You really make your guitar sing. You make your guitar sing. So that.
Well, yeah, I won't talk about me, but I will. I'll talk about how the Lord brought me.
Well, you do. Okay. All right. So 2 minutes.
Carry on, I'm recording.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay. We'll get out of here and we'll line them up.
And so Cynthia's next.
Cecilia.
Yeah. Cecilia. Now she's in first place.
Oh, so I just say something now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you already.
You're recording. Don't record it. Roy, don't do it.
Put it in the comedy reel. The moment I walked in here and sat down with you, I already pressed record.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the whole time we were talking, I'm going to take snippets out for that.
That's okay, we got nothing to hide here, you know what?
Yeah.
Not really.
That's really cool.
Still recording? Hey out there, everybody. Hey, how you doing? We got people from all over, South Africa, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago.
I was supposed to edit this out. I'm such an idiot.
They don't call it close up. Oh, cameo by the way.
My bad.
Come on, make a face for me.
I'm sure glad you can edit all this stuff out so nobody will see this.
Definitely. Don't worry about it.
Using that on Facebook. They're actually wanting me to say something, so I think I'm going to start.
Oh, stop then.
Yes. Hello, shalom, as they say in Ruach Adonai. My name is Mike Colcata. And I just wanted to share a couple things about Ruach Adonai and their birthday's coming up. I think it's 7, maybe 8. I believe it's 7, but anyway. I was blessed enough to be with them pretty much from the beginning. And when I met them, I was going through a tough time losing my wife. So it was grieving. And we're looking for a place that, that was a messianic. And I happened to find Barry and Fran. And they were so warm and welcoming. And so this was back when they had it in their house, which was a very nice house, but it was small. Then we grew and we had to go to a bigger place, and then we finally wound up here in DC3. So it's awesome. And actually, I've always kind of had the love for worship, and they found out about it, so they asked me to, hey, why don't you bring the guitar? And that was many years ago, actually, the first or second year I started coming. And now I get to be with wonderful people in the worship band, and we really sense the Holy Spirit. We know that God is doing something with Ruach. So it's really, I owe Barry and Fran so much that they've allowed me to be. It's kind of like the Lord. He allows us, He wants us to be who we are. And that's a great thing, it's an awesome thing. So I'm just so blessed. I wanted to say thank you to them, to Ruach, and now we have Roy, we have so many wonderful new people here, so we're so blessed. And I hope that next year will be even more rich and wonderful year. So shalom.
Next time I edit, please. You're making me embarrassed. Or my embarrassment.
Okay, next one.
When I walked through the door, I sensed His presence, and I knew this was the place where love abounds. For this is the temple God abides in. We are standing in His presence on holy ground. Oh Yeshua now. We are standing in His presence on holy ground. This is holy ground. We're standing on holy ground, for the Lord is here, and where He is holy. This is holy ground. We're standing on holy ground, for the Lord is here, and where He is holy.
Phone call is with Dennis Cole, author, actor, playwright. We've had the pleasure of having Dennis be a guest every year, and every year he brings something fresh and new to us. He has an uncanny ability to memorize entire books of the Bible and then act them out. And when he does it, it's so real that you'll never forget it. Hi, are you able to talk now?
I just sat down in my place, yeah.
Okay, we're good to go. So, we just gave you a glorious introduction of all the things that you do, and that you have graced our doors with bringing your talent to Ruach Adonai. And we've been in association, it goes all the way back to OHAV. I think we met you and Wendy at OHAV.
That's right.
Yeah, you've been such a blessing to us, and whenever you come, the people just love it and talk about it for weeks.
That's amazing. I find that to be encouraging and amazing at the same time. Thank you.
No, you're one of our regulars. You're mishpucha, you know?
Well, you are to me too.
Anyway, we look forward every year to you coming and bringing something fresh and something new. And I always say, once we see you act out a portion or a book of the Bible, it's etched in our minds forever. You do such a wonderful, wonderful job.
I really appreciate that. I know the devil hates me.
He does.
That's for sure.
Yeah, you touch a lot of people.
Well, thank you. I got you on speakerphone. Can you hear me all right?
Oh, yes. No, we can hear you loud and clear. And you can hear us as well. We've got you on speaker too.
How much time should I take to comment?
Well, we're coming to a close real quick here. We wanted to do about 5-6 minutes apiece. We just had Susie on, and then after you, we're going to call Sally Klein O'Connor in Texas. So you guys have been like, rock solid for us and coming to visit us. Even if we're a handful of people, you come and you deliver and you give it your all. We have so appreciated that. I am reading your book right now, your latest book, The Man. And that's interesting. I think I'm on 6.
Yeah, okay. You like it? You like it?
I do. It's compelling. I do like it. And so not only are you a talented actor, but playwright and also author. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can do Jewish and Gentile.
You do. You're very versatile.
This character, Joe Daly, is the Gentile. David Cohen was a Jew. But there's some good Jewish moments in the book, though.
Enjoying it. So, are you working on a new concept? Or do you have anything else in the pipeline?
The immediate thing that comes to my mind is that next week we're going to the NRB, that's the National Religious Broadcasters Convention, which it is. It's Christian media. Includes Jonathan Kahn too.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't be surprised. Are you familiar with Rabbi Schneider?
No.
He's a guy I know from Ohio. Anyway, it's evangelical media conference, so I'm going to be there signing books. And then I got hooked in. I do a radio show now called Dennis Cole Narrow Game News Show, and it brings out current events, just like you're going to see in the book that you're reading. It'll bring out current events that relate to the whole picture, so we can get a full understanding of God in our times. And we're not tempted to sin by being passive. And by saying, the Nazis are coming, but don't worry, they're not going to do anything.
Right.
It's not that bad.
Right.
That kind of thing. By the way, there's an organization, if I can remember it, I'd send it to you in a minute. It's called, what they say, who's saying, don't forget. And what they're saying is what's going on with the forcing on the vaccination. I respect everybody's right to choose whatever they want to do. Freedom is the most valuable thing that God gives. And the Constitution of the United States has backed it, but it's going away. And they're saying worldwide everybody's caving. Don't they see this happened to us in the concentration camps?
Yes, it's very reminiscent of of losing your freedom. But our time is short, and we look forward to your next visit with us, Dennis.
I would, I'm going to see Kathy Cooper the first Sunday in June.
Well, maybe we can come see you over at Kathy's church. We love Kathy as well.
Yeah, she's a nice person. Come on over. And so I have about 5 minutes to just brag about you guys.
That's it. Yeah, say something wonderful about us.
That note I sent you, maybe I can describe it. On your 80th birthday, you had Shabbat.
Oh, yes. Last Friday we had it, yes.
And I saw in that intro that you guys did, which I just adore, it looked like the camera was a little bit further away than last time.
He moves around now. He's moving around. But I did a song to him, You're Still the One, and I wrote a poem, and then he came up and gave me a passionate kiss. Did you see it at the end?
Yes. Yes. But what he should do, or what I would suggest, is this Mike, or is this your son?
No, that was Barry.
Barry, okay. Well, that's beautiful. He's beautiful. Well, what you should do is keep the close-up camera when you say Shabbat Shalom, Ruach Adonai, blah, 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 what co-pastor, Barry goes talking. But he had the most amazing smile. I've known Barry at least 20 years or more. I've never seen a greater smile. And I said, oh my God, this guy's a mensch.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Oh.
This guy, he's been glad, and I think that he recreated this one's awesome.
Dennis, unfortunately we've got to call a close to this, but it's always good talking to you. You always make me laugh, and I thank you for bringing up some real current issues we need to pay attention to. God bless you and Wendy, and we'll see you soon, hopefully in June.
Is this the conversation?
This is it. We love you.
I wanted to talk about you.
No, we want to talk about you.
I thought we could do a 5-minute spiel. I had no idea.
Dad, don't worry about it. We just wanted to hear your voice and just honor you for all you've done. You take care.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
This is Dwayne and Linda, and I always refer to you as the Silver Foxes because you two are just so gorgeous.
Maybe not today.
Well, you attended, when was it that you two moved out of state?
COVID. You know when they had the Kingdom in the Desert?
Yes.
That, we went one last weekend and one last service, and then we spent a week in the desert in California by the California-Arizona border, just like myself.
Well, we were sitting in our motorhome, and the Lord just spoke to both of us at the same time. Just said, leave now.
That's when we were in California, in Desert Oasis.
We were just shocked, so we did.
It was right after the kingdom, we just got home. It was weird.
I remember you two really isolated, staying for a long time. I called you road warriors, and we stayed in touch all this time, and it seems like sometimes you get very close to us and say, we may be dropping by, and then no, but we're still hoping to get a reunion with you one of these days.
Love it. I think we were hoping to winter, I think, when we were in Yuma, but we only were there waiting for some tears to got recovered, and that happened fast, and we didn't even stay hardly.
At the same time, we were going to hang out there, but our daughter decided she wanted to move. Erica moved to Kansas, and so we had to hustle home. And then basically dropped the motorhome off
in Kansas,
and then went up to Yakima, Washington. Took 2 weeks and flew her back down here.
So now you're gathering your chicks, right? It's interesting that a lot of families are moving closer. So where in Kansas have you made home?
Hillsboro, we're 50 miles north of Wichita.
Is it a small town?
3,000.
Well, not even 3,000.
It's a midnight city, actually.
Wow.
We haven't found it yet. We're still being free.
Well, once you come here, you're still a part of our family, no matter how far away you are.
Not only do I miss both of your beautiful persons.
Her time and her talents, along with writing songs and singing, she also.
We worshiped in the camps and prayed for healing and reconciliation.
Was songmeister, but I think one of the messianic greats of our time, and author, plus doing your ministry, going and carrying the good news all over the world with your roses. You want to just tell us quickly what that's about?
Well, A Tour of Roses kind of began in 2009 out of just a realization that God wants to heal a lot of old wounds and bring reconciliation between himself and his people and between each other. And so being a Jewish believer, the first place he sent me was Germany. And we began giving out roses as a way of expressing the extravagant love of God. And we did it in the streets of Dachau and Bergen and Auschwitz. And then we worshiped in the camps and prayed for healing and reconciliation. And, you know, the Lord led us from there just to different parts of Europe and then even to Israel to minister to the Palestinians. We gave out, my team and I gave out. There's a thunderstorm going on here.
Oh, maybe that's what happened, because twice I called you and it would cut off right away. Thank you so much for sharing, and God bless you. What's your next deal? Where are you going next?
Well, I am actually, coming out of a sabbatical this week. And, I have been on sabbatical for a year, actually. Which surprised me, but that was something the Lord really made clear to me, and so this weekend's the sabbatical. But a friend of mine in Belfast, Northern Ireland, she is paying my way to come out at the end of June to minister with her.
So I'm coming and teaching us about the various holidays. So let's get Susie on the phone.
Hello.
Good morning, Susie.
If you knew Susie like we know Susie, what a gal. Okay, so.
It's probably more like
Well, we've built you up, talking about how you come and bless the socks off of us with your teachings, that when you're done with us, we're like run out like a rag, but we know everything we need to know about Elul, Passover, Purim, and we just thank you so very much.
And the people here, the people here really, really love your teaching.
Yeah, thank you, bless you. I would love to come back next Passover. I mean, I'm for it. Now that I understand more about how Barbara does things and all of this, I think it would be even smoother next year.
Well, whenever you come, it's a delight and it's memorable. My memory of you make me laugh like nobody else. You make me laugh. I'll never forget when you were teaching us on Hanukkah, and tell us what you did.
Well, okay, I gave the teaching on Hanukkah, then we adjourned for Oneg in a time of food and fellowship. While everyone was going to that room, I went to the restroom and put on my costume. I had a huge Hanukkah costume that I had purchased for a couple of events, and so I put it on and then waddled into the room. I say waddle because that's the way things fit me. And got into the room, all lit up, so to speak, and the look on both of your faces was exactly what I wanted to happen.
I love your sense of humor, Susie. And if I'm not wrong, didn't you come as a Chumantashen for Purim one time?
Absolutely. I came as a Chumantashen for Purim as well. You never quite know.
I really was expecting something on Passover. I thought, what could she come as? A candelabra? What next? What are we going to have?
Well, the truth is, I had a costume with me, dressed up as an Israelite. But my concern was I didn't want that to take away from the actual teaching. On the other two events, I changed the costume afterwards. And so that's what I wanted to do here. But by the time it was done, people wanted to talk, they wanted to pray, and it was late, people were leaving, so there wasn't really opportunity for me to get into it.
Well, next year we'll be expecting you as a matzah.
We don't. I love to keep it fresh and alive, which is what you do. I know you have an upcoming trip to Israel. May God bless every step you take in the land. We love you and we want to hear all about your trip to Israel. So thank you so much for everything you bring, Susie. We love you, your mishpacha.
Take care.
I love you and Mount Harbor 10 years. That is such an exciting thing to know that the light of the kingdom of Messiah is burning brightly out there with you guys.
Thank you. Next, we're going to talk to two of your friends, Dennis and Sally Klein O'Connor. We'll send their regards.
Yes, I am so excited you're going to talk to Sally. So, yeah.
All right, Dolly. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
So the next person we're calling is Victoria, who moved to North Carolina. Victoria, for however long she could devote to us, would come and sing and lend her beautiful voice to the worship team. As beautiful as her voice is, so is her spirit. So let's get a hold of Victoria in North Carolina.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. We really, really miss you.
Oh, goodness, it's so good to hear your voices.
I know.
I miss you all.
Well, everybody misses you too, and we wanted to thank you for lending your beautiful voice when you were here. Whenever you were able, you would come and join the worship team, and I tell you, you brought heaven to earth here.
It's so wonderful worshiping with you.
You sure added so much to the worship team, and just your presence in the congregation filled the house with the Holy Spirit.
And
that was wonderful. It was my pleasure.
we went through some interesting times with you, with the loss of your dad and then having to settle the entire estate. That was quite a job for you, and you did it so well. And, you know, there were bumps along the way, but we prayed together with you, for you, and you're on the other side. So what brought you, you're in North Carolina now, right?
Actually, I'm in Alabama now, Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh.
So, not far from North Carolina, though.
Okay, so what made you settle there? I know your sister lives around there.
Yeah, she retired a little over a year ago, so about 2 years ago. She retired from her teaching job, teaching math in Redondo Beach in Union High School. And so when she retired, after my parents passed, and California is quite expensive.
Yes, that's for sure.
Once I was liquidating all the assets from my parents' estate, the place I was living in, after that was sold, I didn't have a job, and so my sister said, just come on out here, it's wonderful. And so I thought, I prayed about it, and I really felt the peace. But I knew it would be hard because I miss you all so much, and I have so many friends there in California. But God has just been so wonderful and so faithful to these last 3 years of managing the estate. I mean, I've learned accounting and taxes and about real estate and property taxes. Just so many things.
Well, he likes to stretch us, doesn't he? He likes to stretch us and teach us new things, and that sure was a learning curve for you. And we want to congratulate you on passing your real estate test there. Mazel tov.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
And so we're go ahead.
Full group here from Keller Williams. And they're wonderful, and I'll tell you, they've been inviting me to the sales meetings on Tuesdays already, even while I was studying for the exam, and they're so open about their relationship with God and Holy Spirit, and I felt so at home.
Well, we just know that God's going to use you. You are a multi-talented person. We met you at Dennis and Linda's wedding. That was our first exposure to you. And pretty soon you were coming on Friday nights whenever you had the time. And like we said before, lent such a beautiful voice to the worship team.
How are your dogs doing?
Actually, they're doing really well. They love it out here. It's lush and green, and
And my sister has gardens that it's beautiful, really beautiful.
Well, promise us one thing, will you? That if you're ever in the neighborhood or the Spirit moves you to come and visit us in California, that you will come and spend an evening with us some Friday night.
I will. In fact, I might be coming out later this summer.
Wow.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Well, we'd love to see you, so please put us on your agenda.
Absolutely. I miss everyone so much. And I'll tell you, being part of the congregation there, not only do I feel so loved, which was something that I needed, I really needed that. And you all are wonderful. Just so wonderful to me. I felt like I was really part of the family.
We're sending you love and hugs your way.
Yeah.
Love and hugs.
And my faith deepened so much. I trust in God.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You will forever be part of our mishpucha, our family. So we hope to see you this summer, Dolly. You take care. God bless.
Yeah, God bless you. We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mighty God, everlasting Father, Creator of the earth, the sky, the sea, Prince of Peace, conquering Messiah, Savior of my soul, my God, my King, Adonai, Malkeinu, Eloheinu, our mighty God. Working wonders, O Lord. Who is like thee, Almighty One? You are awesome in כמוך באלים אדוני.
This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. This is my daily bread. This is my daily bread. Your very word spoken to me. And I'm desperate for you. And I'm lost without you. This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. This is my daily bread. This is my daily bread. Your very word spoken to me. And I'm desperate for you. David's mom stood up. She was very ill. She wanted to dance. She wanted to worship the Lord. She began to move gracefully with her arms outstretched. David looked at me and inquired, "What's Mommy doing?" I told him, "She's worshiping the Lord in dance." Confused, he said, "But there's no music." I replied, "There is always music, son. Music is the sound of creation. It is present in every whisper of wind that drives a leaf or grain of sand. There is music within the soul of a man. It is the energy that moves the universe. It is the sound. I'm desperate for you.
Okay, well, we've lost some people along the way.
Yeah.
So I don't want to continue on. Amy is here. Thank you, Amy. There are so many people to thank. I want the board members to stand up. Anybody that's ever served on the board. Cynthia, Tom, Mike, Dennis. We got Mitch over here, Connie, and there's more. I can't thank you enough. I love you all. There's so much to say. We get to film you guys, and when you brought your wisdom, your knowledge, and Jerry, I can't tell you, you have sustained us. You have given us the will to go on. You've comforted us. You've been somebody we can go to with issues, and your wisdom is always coveted by us. We thank you. We thank you for being such a wonderful support to us. And you, I love to see you worshiping. You worship the only way you know how, kiddo, and you're such a prayer warrior. Yes, glory to God. And Cora, I love to see when you come. And Teresa, you're as beautiful and you bring beauty with you and you're a friend. We love you. Franny from Chicago, you're my kind of people. All right. We've got Cecilia. This is a gal who just joined us. We're so happy to have her. And Esty came all the way from Israel. So we just bless her and thank her. Everybody who walks through the door, we're so grateful. We're so very, very grateful for you. And then we have the trio. We have 3 generations getting bar and baptism. Very unusual. That's a hello. And one day I want to see you dance. And this is Mama. She's talented with her singing. And don't run away, Kirsten. Don't run away. I followed her. There she goes.
She was sitting.
With my computer.
She doesn't want to be on YouTube.
Oh, she don't want to be, okay, yeah. I go to her with a computer and she just tells me how to do everything. I'm sure I've annoyed her to death. And so then I turned over to Linda because I didn't want to say my welcome. So I turned over to Linda and bother her now with the computer. And Roy is always rolling his eyes at me. So many people to thank. You've been such a joy to have. Come with us. Always a joy when you come. Robin will be next edition too. Thank you, Robin, for coming. All of you, God bless you. We thank you so very much. Hey, how are you about my son? Okay, we're raising your allowance. I love what you said. Okay. Yeah, we can't forget that. And so all I say is we always end with let's eat. Come on, let's celebrate. Let's continue it over there. So much to say and so much to be thankful for. So thank you. Happy anniversary, Ruach
Yay.
Adonai. Where's Gary?
Yeah, okay.